Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you some of the tools that I use every day when I'm stringing rackets. If you're just getting into racket stringing, you might be wondering which tools you actually need. So today I'll show you the tools I use and explain what I use each one for. If you're just starting to build your stringing toolbox, I recommend buying your tools from a specialized tennis retailer. While you can find similar tools on other large online marketplaces for a fraction of the price, it's really worth investing in quality tools. Let's start with my adapters that I use to protect the racket from the inner arms that hold the frame in place. They help prevent scratches and other damage that could occur during the stringing process. They are not essential, but when it comes to protecting a racket, I think a little extra care is always better. Some stringing machines have these adapters built in. In the case of my machine, they are separate pieces. These are my string scissors. I use these to cut and remove the old strings before every new string job. They have a special mechanism that makes the process much faster and easier, allowing me to remove the strings quickly and without struggling. However, you do need to be extra careful with them. They are very strong and sharp, and they can easily damage the racket if you're not careful. Next are my cutting pliers. I use them to cut strings and to trim the excess string after tying the finishing knots. They make clean, precise cuts and leave a professional finish on every string job. It's another simple tool, but an essential one in my toolbox. These are my bent nose pliers. I mainly use them to grab strings in tight spaces, especially when there's not much room to work. The angle tip gives me better access and helps me avoid damaging the strings. It is also very useful for threading the string through the grommets when manual insertion is difficult. It's one of those tools that saves a lot of time. Next is my tennis awl. I use it whenever I need to open a blocked grommet or create a little more space for the string. It has to be used carefully, but it's incredibly useful in difficult situations. With this one you need to be careful, or else we can damage the grommet, the frame, or the string. This is the most important tool in my toolbox, my starting clamp. I use it for a lot of different tasks during the stringing process. It's great for tightening knots and helping me pull tension when the string is too short to reach the tension head. And this last one is one of the most common issues when stringing. That's why I think it's the most important tool, as it offers so many diverse solutions that you would need a number of other tools to replace it. When I start with the cross strings, I use this homemade Parnell Pad made from an old leather grip to protect the racket frame from the clamp when applying tension to the string. And this was all for today's video. I hope it was really useful for you, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll gladly answer. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy stringing!